And by the way, I heard this the other day and it came up in a discussion. Deuteronomy 18, where it talks about what to do when you have a problem with your brother. The last step of it is to tell the congregation, do it in front of the congregation so the congregation knows what's going on. So some of you are like, well, why do you talk to the congregation about some of these things? Because you need to know what's going on. Because by the way, all those people have not ceased doing all of this. They're all talking. They're talking behind my back and they're saying all their stuff. So at least this way you can hear the other side of it. Because they're posting on Facebook. I love, my favorite ones are those very clear, unclear posts. You know what I'm talking about? Where clearly they're aiming it at somebody or something, but they're not openly naming names. But those in the know, quote unquote, are supposed to get it and know who they're talking about. And they think they're being clever. I don't know. It's pretty obvious what's going on. You know what? If you've got a problem, either be quiet or come right out and say it. Stop being a coward and hide behind your the ambiguous way that you put these things out. Okay? If you're calling people out and you want, then let the rest of the world know that you're attacking somebody. Don't attack somebody indirectly when everybody knows that's what you're doing. They just don't know who you're doing it to. And so they're left to guess. Okay? I would recommend that you don't post that kind of stuff. But if you've got a problem, then say who it is. Let everybody know that you're having a little emotional fit. Okay? Take your thumb out of your mouth so you can type better in Facebook. And tell everybody what the fit is really all about. And stop being a coward. Actually, stop being a coward. Why don't you just either be quiet or go and face the person you have a problem with? Instead of hiding behind your keyboard and your screen, typing, these little memes that are like, don't you just hate it when leadership blah, 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 or blah, blah, and but everybody knows you're trying to lash out about somebody you're mad at, and they're all forced to guess. Oh, I wonder if they're talking about this teacher or that leader or this thing. Or worse, some of you do it and you wonder if the wife is talking about their husband or the husband's talking about their wife, because some of them are not about that kind of leadership, but you wonder if they're trying to embarrass their spouses. Shame on you for that too. Of course, if it's about your children, go right for it. It's fine. Embarrass them all you want. They don't take any shame in embarrassing you. No, I'm kidding. Public, private, they'll embarrass you anywhere they are. I'm kidding. Just, you know what? We don't need to be trying to publicly do all that kind of stuff and shame each other. You never see me post stuff like that. Go on my personal page. You haven't seen me post anything since August or something like that. Okay? I just stopped posting. But even then, before that, I don't post this kind of stuff. If I feel like I have a problem with you that's worth talking about, I'll talk to you. How's that? Because there's a lot of jawing going on behind my back. And people say, oh, so-and-so and so-and-so. I said, yeah, but they're not talking to me. Because I'm a whole scary 5'5", 200 pounds right here. Frightening. But they're not talking to me. But you know what you should be doing? You should be shutting that down. Somebody starts, you should look them in the eye and say, did you have this conversation with whoever it is you're talking about? No? Then I don't want to hear it. Years ago when I did the Are You Saved teaching, Tony Robinson, who hated it so much, put all these rebuttals on YouTube about it, whatever, sent an email out to all his group calling me a heretic. And one of the people that responded sent me a CC of the response. And he said to Tony, he says, I don't know what this guy taught. I don't really care. I just want to know one thing. Did you go to him like Deuteronomy 18 says? He says, that's what I want to know. And I responded back to him. I said, first of all, no, he didn't. And second of all, you'll not get a response from him, I guarantee you. And he didn't. But that should be your response. You hear people talking about me or talking about somebody else, say, I'm not here for that. I don't need to hear all of this gossip and blah, 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 blah. Because otherwise you're going to be guilty of doing the worst thing you can do, making some sort of judgment on one side of a story, and all you got is half of it.